pretty straight across the board. Best team, Ohio State for me too. Alex?
Oregon.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I almost said Oregon.
Oregon's better than Ohio State because Oregon's coaching is better.
Okay, I like that.
Ryan Day can't win a big game.
Ryan Day can't win a big game so far. So,
what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the You Don't Know Ball podcast, episode 13, Camp Edition. We are back in the Dirty O.
We are so back.
Jack Witt is still at home, but we'll get him on. We'll get him over here to Olivet for an episode.
Just grinding back and playing well still.
Holding down play P-Time while we're gone. Have you seen that TikToker? It's like, have you ever gone back to Big E, Eastville, King of Eastville? Yeah!
We gotta represent here.
Still fits. Looks good.
Don't think I get the pads on with this thing, could I?
What'd you say, Jack?
No, I don't think I'm getting pads on with this thing, though.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So let's introduce our guest to come back. He came back on the show. Grayson. I almost called you Garrett. All right. Welcome back, Grayson Middleton. Yeah. Welcome back on the show.
Glad to be here. I'm finna make a name for myself here.
Oh, okay, bro. That's getting cut out. Like I said at the beginning, we're in the middle of our football camp here in Olivet, and we're getting ready to take on the MIAA and all those teams. Looking forward to this season. Best of luck to everybody, but the comments are coming. Today's episode, we're going to do a Big Ten preview. Oh, I almost forgot. We're 13 episodes in and we haven't even done Wordle yet, so let me pull that out real quick. Weddle, whatever.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. All right, who's our first guest?
Jahmyr Gibbs. I said that last time.
You did. You can't start. Alex, start us. Random player. First player comes to mind.
Christian Watson.
All right. You wait. You were.
Since they got ranked the best by Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, that was crazy. Dang. He's older than 25, and he's literally nothing else than we guessed.
And he's from the AFC.
Jalen Carter. Oh, he's from the AFC.
Fake nasty.
Baker Mayfield.
he's in the NFC though.
Is he?
The Buccaneers are NFC. That would have been a bad guess.
Never mind.
I'm gonna say this. Oh man.
Rodgers.
Bro, don't even have it in there. Aaron Rodgers.
You guys had a quarterback yet?
He's in the AFC East. No, not he's around it. He's smaller than 6'2". He's younger than 40. Okay, that gives us a wide gap between 25 and 40.
All right, so we're looking at a running back or a tight end here.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
AFC North.
He's in. All right. He's not a tight end though.
Could it be Mark Andrews?
No, he's not a tight end.
Not.
He's a running back.
Najee?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. Got it. Let's go. That's clutch.
I mean, with Harris and everything.
Dude, I forgot the Bama hat.
Let me go get my Florida hat.
Bro, Jack's got a Bob Aqua fit on. He's got a Bama hat and he's got his high school jersey on.
Just like me, for real.
Yeah, bro. Just
got
like
the
everybody
Uncle
now.
Rico fit on.
Grayson, show us the fit.
I got these Swartz Creek shorts, playing well football tee.
That's my t-shirt from our senior. That's our senior t-shirt we got.
There we go.
Bro. All right. Since we have Grayson on the show, we were not going to do Clip of the Week, but Grayson insisted on doing Clip of the Week. So let's get into that.
Grayson, give us a little breakdown of what it is.
Well, this was week 1, about, 2 years ago. And Florida was playing Utah, 7th-ranked Utah. They weren't expected to beat them, but they did. Anthony Richardson had that dog in him for the one game that whole year. And he did his thing.
That was crazy.
It was insane.
That was insane.
That was nuts.
Standing in the back of the end
Standing
zone.
back in his own doing that was nuts.
That was like 2 points.
I thought he was going to be him that whole year.
It hit the whole year. It just ended up not being him
Yeah.
at all. Utah was just bad that year.
Not really.
Were-
They had Cam Rising still.
Did they make the Rose Bowl that year?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they did.
That was good that year. They had
Yeah.
Kincaid too.
You're right. They were pretty good. But hey, it's too
We
bad.
ain't talking about the SEC today, though.
We're not talking about the SEC. We're going to talk about a real football conference, right? The powerhouse of the country.
There we go.
I don't know. We're going to talk about the Big Ten. We're going to give our predictions on them before week 0, which is next week. College football season's right around the corner.
It's 2 weeks.
Week 0 is next week.
No.
Yes, next weekend is week 0. August 24th.
Tell me a team who plays next week.
Florida State, Georgia Tech.
Do they play the 31st?
No. And then the next week's the 29th.
Yeah, Florida State.
Anyways.
Florida State.
Yeah, they play the 24th.
Boom!
Ah.
Don't try me. I know my stuff. I know.
DJ, you gonna get clapped.
Yeah, he might actually. All right. So same categories last time. We got best team, surprise team, worst team, wild card team, most disappointing team, coach of the year, title game champion, and player of the year. So Grayson, since you're the guest, we'll have you start.
On best team,
Yeah, best team.
I'm going to say Ohio State
Great pick.
because they're just loaded.
They are loaded.
That's all that needs to be said.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go second because I feel like this might be a pretty straight across the board. Best team, Ohio State for me too. Alex?
Oregon.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I almost said Oregon.
Oregon's better than Ohio State because Oregon's coaching is better.
Okay, I like that.
Ryan Day
opinion.
can't win a big game.
Ryan Day can't win a big game so far. So I'm gonna put Oregon there because of my loyalty to the U of M, and then I really genuinely think that Oregon's better.
Yep, I'm gonna disregard everything Alex just said. Throw me for Ohio State real quick.
All right, that was easy enough. There we go. All right. That was pretty easy. I mean, Alex, we'll see.
He just didn't want to say Ohio State.
No, I really did not want to say Ohio State.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna say them.
So the order is going to
Have
be
you
great.
seen Quinton Judkins' spin move?
They nerfed it though.
It got nerfed, yeah.
It is broken though. It's still broken.
Especially that clip against some Catholics.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Juke the whole team.
They will. He will. All right. So the order is going to be me. No, sorry. It's going to be Grayson, me, Alex, Jack. So I can do editing later for this graphic. But surprise team, Grayson.
Surprise team. I'm going to take USC.
Why?
Just they're coming off losing Caleb Downs, but I feel like they got
Caleb Downs or Caleb
Caleb
Williams?
Williams.
There you go.
Sorry, he's just on my mind always. But
It's on the Lions. It's on the Lions' mind too.
losing Caleb Williams, they've always got something cooking there. I feel like so they could surprise some people. Upset some teams.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I heard this. So I listened to this other podcast, Irish Breakdown. They were predicting Michigan's schedule, and they had them losing to USC.
I mean, it's very possible.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's really unlikely. I don't understand how USC can go to Ann Arbor and then
It's our strike out game too.
and it's Michigan's stripe out game, and they're just I just don't think it's possible. So, I mean, It's not a bad pick. I don't mind it. My surprise team's gonna be, let me think. Michigan, Michigan State. I'm just kidding. Mine's gonna be Rutgers. Like Kirk Herbstreit said.
Really, bro?
Like Kirk Herbstreit said, if you look at their schedule, they don't really play Michigan. They don't play Ohio State this year, I don't think.
No.
Their schedule is pretty favorable, so I feel like they're gonna win at least. They can win 8 games if they.
They'll get in a bowl game for
Yeah,
sure.
they'll be in a. Kirk Herbstreit said they are a borderline playoff team. I thought that was.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, but I think they're going to be in a bowl game, and I think they could win 8 games. Eight games, and that's really like surprising for a Rutgers team who's been blown out by Michigan 78-0.
Yeah.
Which was crazy in itself, but Rutgers is going to be my surprise team.
My surprise team is not going to be a question. It's going to be Michigan. Everybody's counting them off already. I mean, Michigan obviously lost a lot of their starters from the national championship national championship year. But I really think this team's still talented. I really think that we have a lot of experience, even though we do not have a lot of returning starters. So I think that Alex Orji's going to tear it up. He's been apparently doing really well in camp. And I think that Michigan's defense is going to still be solid. So I think they are going to be the best, one of the best teams in the
top 4,
the Big Ten. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to go with Rutgers as well.
Hey!
I mean, haven't been so good in the last few years. Well, last forever. But they're picking it up.
Yes, I know I spelled disappointing wrong, Grace. I can't fit the G in without looking weird. Anyways, yeah, I totally agree with what you just said, Jack. I feel like a lot of people don't really see Rutgers winning as many games as they could, but they're Rutgers. They can go out and lose most of their games that they should win. So, but
I mean, hey, they went 7-6 last year, I think.
they did.
So
They did. They made a bowl game last year. So.
they could surprise us for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could. All right, worst team. Grayson?
Northwestern.
Yeah, they're going to be terrible.
They're playing literally in a stadium that's smaller than my high school stadium.
On a beat.
That's cool scenery, but a lot of players transferred out because a lot of them are never going to be able to play in a cool stadium again or a cool atmosphere. So, yeah, and they're just not a very good program.
Weren't they pretty decent last year? But they weren't great, but they weren't that bad last year, right?
I mean, below average.
They're right. But for losing their coach after that whole scandal,
Yeah.
and then still being able to be competitive, but it's still pretty good. But my worst team's gonna be UCLA. Just not many people know where we are.
We're in LA.
We're in LA. But I just don't see. I don't trust the coach before this entire press conference at Big Ten Media Days. That was really just rough. And they don't really have a lot of talent on that roster after they lost Chip Kelly, who is now the offensive coordinator at Ohio State, which is also crazy. You're leaving a head coaching job for an OC job. Like, I guess, yes, you don't have to deal with NIL and all that stuff, but whatever. But I'm going to say UCLA because they don't really have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball except, my boy, what's his name? Who's the Notre Dame receiver that Rico Flores is there. He transferred there. He's going to be terrible, though, because there's no one throwing him the ball. Dante Moore left. It's just not looking good for UCLA right now.
It's a nightmare there.
Yeah.
Oh, I really want to say them. And I think everybody knows who I want to say.
Say it.
Just go ahead.
Say it.
I don't care. Little brother. I pray to God they're terrible. Next question.
I don't know, man. Aiden Childs.
He's a
He might beat Michigan.
You better chill out with that.
My worst team, I'm gonna go Illinois.
Illinois.
I almost said
Yeah.
I don't really know much about Illinois.
I was just looking at their schedule. They play Oregon, Michigan, Penn State,
God.
Kansas. So that's already guaranteed losses in their schedule.
Yeah.
And then they got toss-ups with Nebraska. Who else here? Purdue. I mean, they're gonna have a tough year.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like, I mean, not the experts, not their head coach, so they can't really. They're not gonna be as good as a. It's a YouTuber, by the way. He did a dynasty with Illinois in NCAA 14. Took him to 3 national championships in a row. So,
You do you, brother.
all right, bro. But no, I don't think Illinois is gonna be that great either. But we never know. Guess we'll see. All right, next category, we got the wild card team.
Give me Michigan. They could either be just like they were last year and semifinal of the playoff, or they could lose 4 games. They have
Fair.
their schedule is the toughest it's been in 5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well, they finally scheduled out of conference at real teams.
Texas. That Texas week 2 game is going to be a test, and then they have a lot of question marks on offense.
Really, Fresno State. I mean,
Yeah,
they're historically really tough to play. I mean,
yeah.
to UCLA standard, but really they are a really tough team.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna say Michigan, but I'm on the same. I guess I agree with Grayson. I think Michigan could be really good and be another college football playoff finals team, but also I could see them losing 4 games and just being really disappointing. So it depends on quarterback play and O-line play, since they have to replenish everybody on the O-line because they lost in the draft.
We'll see how Edwards does too.
Yeah, Edwards needs. I do think Edwards needs a carry this year. I mean, Orgy and Edwards have to do
Majority of the work.
Samaj Morgan will be good.
I am scared about Michigan's offensive line.
Yeah.
But having our head coach being the offensive line coach from the previous year, I'm not too worried about it because
It's good that they got an inside hire.
because they should have won the offensive line award back to back years.
But they didn't.
But they didn't.
Moving on from Michigan, onto my pick. I'm gonna say Nebraska. I really like what they brought in. They brought in Dylan Raiola. They gave him a lot of weapons. Their spring game, they look pretty solid. Matt Rule's going into his 2nd year there. I think he can really turn the program around. He's done it at Temple. He's done it at Baylor. Why can't he do it at Nebraska? Which I think he's going to. But I could also, if they have another season like they did last year with the atrocious amount of turnovers they had, which will kill them, which it did last year, they'll just end up what they did last year. I mean, they're not going to be great, but if they can get their turnovers controlled, they're going to be a really dangerous team in the Big Ten, because I feel like they can go 8-0 after their first 8 games. If you look at their schedule, it's a stretch, but they could definitely end up going to Ohio State undefeated. I don't know what week Ohio State is, but they can go to Ohio State undefeated, which would be a really cool game to see. But Nebraska's my wild card team.
I was gonna pick Nebraska too, but for the graphic, I will pick a different one. But I like your.
You pick Nebraska, Alex?
It'd be cool to see Nebraska get back to how they used to be in their program.
I agree, but I think there is a different team that does deserves some wild card team perspective, in it's Wisconsin.
No, I was gonna pick Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, they're usually really good or they're really bad. I mean, there's not really. I don't know if there's really a middle for them. I mean, when Jonathan Taylor was there, they were hard to beat because their run game was just unstoppable.
They always have big linemen.
And they always have big offensive line. So I do think that they have a chance against Alabama this year again, and
When is that?
Week 2.
Week two.
Mhm.
There's some good games week 2.
Yeah.
I really think that they have a big chance against Alabama, especially with that.
They got Tyler Van Dyke back there.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to prove something. That's literally why they're a wild card team. That his offense needs to work. So, yeah, that's my pick.
Tyler Van Dyke, if he plays like he did against A&M, Wisconsin will be pretty hard to, a pretty tough team to play. But if he plays like he did the rest of last season, they're gonna be terrible. So that I agree with your pick, Alex. Jack, what's your third option?
I mean, surprise, surprise, Wisconsin.
I
I think if Tyler Van Dyke can get that offense going, they're going to be pretty good.
Yep. I agree. All right. Most disappointing team.
I want to change one of mine.
All right, what?
I want to put Michigan State at most disappointing.
Okay, who are you going to put at worst team?
Washington.
Okay. That's a switch. All right, so Alex already says Michigan State's going to be disappointing. Why?
Just because I feel like it.
Okay. Grayson?
Michigan State.
Oh, my God.
Because it's...
Welcome to the Brotherhood.
It was a terrible high five. But everyone being from Michigan, there's a lot of Sparties. And they all have like super high hopes for this new coach, but it's just that whole university just has problem after problem after problem, and nothing's going to change unless like they've had 4 new presidents in the last
That whole
years.
school's a mess.
Their whole school's a mess, and it's just nothing's going to change with a new coach, whether they believe it or not.
Wow. Going right through the throat there. But
I would have said it.
I'm going to say Washington. I feel like there's a lot of the faithful Washington fans after seeing last season, like, they got Jeff Fish, they got Will Rogers back there. We'll be good, we'll be fine. But I really feel like they're never going to be nearly as good as they were last year. But they're certainly not going to be. They're going to be the average Washington team we've seen in the past, where they win some games, but they lose the ones that they shouldn't win. They should have won. So I don't think their offense is going to be as dynamic or electric as it was. I feel like their defense is going to get worse. Even their run game defense was terrible last year. They still made the national championship. So imagine if you don't have a great offense and you have an even worse defense than you had the year before. I just don't see it where this could end up well for Washington. So Washington's my disappointing team.
Yeah, MSU sucks, and I do not like them at all. I hate. They're disappointing to me, and I really do not want to see them succeed.
Alex is a certified hater.
Yeah. That's just rude, dude.
I do not care.
My most disappointing is gonna be Minnesota.
Okay.
They've been on the downturn for a few years now, and I don't think they're coming back up because PJ Fleck did really good the first few years in there.
He did.
And, wasn't there a big scandal about him being a bully in the locker room or something last year?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was false. They found things that made it false apparently. So.
Oh, they Oakman'd him? Yeah. I like seeing Minnesota do good, honestly, because PJ Fleck and all, but I don't think they're gonna start doing good this season. So they're gonna be a disappointment for me.
I agree. All right, Coach of the Year.
It actually hurts me to say this, but Ryan Day. I think he's finally going to get that national championship he's been looking for. And he's going to beat Michigan. But, yeah, that's my pick.
Coach of the Year for me is going to be Rutgers coach.
I was going to say that one.
If they win 8 games, he's Coach of the Year in the Big Ten. I mean, sure, you can give it to Ryan Day after what he brought in and all the 5-star and all the players he paid for. But if you see what Rutgers is working with and they end up winning 8 to 9 games, he deserves Coach of the Year.
It's Greg Schiano.
Yeah. Greg Schiano is, he deserves it.
My Coach of the Year prospect is going to be the coach from UCLA. I'm just kidding. My coach is going to my Coach of the Year is going to I want Maryland's coach. Maryland's coaches, they have been like.
Are you serious?
You're joking, right?
You're not going to put Dan Lanning on it?
Oh, yeah, Dan Lanning.
Oh my God, that was gonna be mine.
Don't worry, you can take Maryland.
What the hell?
There's a chance Jerome Moore won't coach like half the games this year. So.
Why is that? Oh,
Yeah,
because you guys are cheaters. That's why.
Bro, that's not even. You guys are an idiot. Yeah, I would put. Literally, if I knew that Jerome Moore is like 100% coaching all the games this year, I would put Jerome Moore there.
When's the last time you guys had a coach that coached every game?
2022.
Okay, how'd that?
Jack?
Dan Lanning.
All right, bro. You know what? I'm not doing
James
Rutgers coach.
Franklin.
I'm not doing Rutgers coach. I'm doing Oregon's coach too. I'm doing Dan.
Oh.
I got flamed for some of my SEC picks. I don't want to go through that again. So.
Oh, I'm ready to get flamed for some of mine.
All right. Title game. Is this really a conversation?
Ohio State, Oregon.
Ohio State, Oregon.
Yep, Ohio State, Oregon.
I gotta get another.
We ran out of
pictures.
Can we put Ohio State, Central Michigan?
All right. So everybody's saying Ohio State, Oregon.
Yeah.
All right. That's easy enough. Who's your champion? Grayson?
Oregon.
Maryland.
Oregon's going to beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, and then Ohio State's going to win a natty.
Not Blake. Jack?
Yeah, I think Oregon's going to upset Ohio State since they don't know how to win big games. Even when they have a whole NFL roster on their team.
Good pick.
Alex?
I already.
Thanks, big dog.
All right.
Oregon.
All right, fine. We'll all be Oregon. Why not? All right.
Wow. All right, I'll do Northwestern. I don't mind.
Shut up.
Dude, AJ Henning, you seen him on TikTok?
Dude, he's been balling, though.
Player of the year.
Dylan Gabriel.
Grayson says Dylan Gabriel. I'm going to say.
Why was that funny?
It's not.
I thought you were going to have to go put another O on.
I'm going to say it first. Quinshawn Judkins.
All right. Jack's going to say Quinshawn Judkins. I got to get another picture of Oregon. Alex, who's your guy?
Donovan Edwards.
So,
It's a good pick.
it's a good pick. I don't know.
Donovan Edwards is going to be the heart and soul of this Michigan team this year.
Yep. He's going to win Big Ten player, and JJ might win Rookie of the Year.
Very funny.
All right.
Switch. I'm third.
I know, I haven't put mine in yet.
Oh, okay.
My player of the year is going to be Drew Allard. I'm just kidding. Dude, I don't know. It's so hard, bro.
Hey, Rutgers running back's pretty good.
I'm not saying he's Big Ten player of the year.
That's insane.
No.
Sounded pretty good.
You know who?
You know what? Screw it. Drew Allard's going to be my Big Ten player of the year.
Wow.
Drew Allard. I have hope that he's going to be really good this year. They got Kansas's offensive coordinator. They got a new scheme on offense. They don't play Michigan or Ohio State. Drew Allard's going to tear it up this year. He's got a great ball when he throws it. When he's on point, he's got a great ball.
Yep.
Drew Allard's going to win Big Ten player of the year. Mark my words.
All right. I'm okay with that.
So, just to go through it, here is our Big Ten predictions. We got best team, Ohio State, Oregon, Ohio State. So Grayson, me, Alex, and Jack. Grayson said USC for surprise team. I said Rutgers. Alex said Michigan. Jack said Rutgers. Worst team, Grayson said Northwestern. I said UCLA. Alex said Washington, and Jack said Illinois. Wild card team, Grayson said Michigan. I said Nebraska. And then Alex and Jack both said Wisconsin. Most disappointing team, Grayson said Michigan State. I said Washington. Alex said Michigan State. And then Jack said Minnesota. Coach of the year, Grayson said Ryan Day. And then from me to Jack, it was Dan Lanning. Title game, we all said Ohio State, Oregon. Champion, we all said Oregon. And then player of the year, we said Oregon. For Grayson said Oregon, Dylan Gabriel. I said Penn State's Drew Allard. Alex said Michigan's Donovan Edward. And Jack said Quinshon Judkins from Ohio State. So, after finishing all that, what do we feel, boys? How do we feel about these predictions?
Well, the SEC is that's where football's played.
Bro, why did we bring this guy on the podcast?
So at the end of the day, it comes down to that.
Jack, any comments?
I think there's definitely a national championship within these rankings right here.
There is.
There should be, at least. If Ohio State doesn't make it, I feel like it's disappointing. But I feel like Ohio State and Oregon are the two biggest chances to make the national championship this year.
Yeah, for sure.
From this conference. So,
I mean, Michigan and Penn State are also could make the playoffs.
yeah,
That's
third and
right.
fourth place teams.
Yeah.
I agree.
Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, and Oregon are like the top teams to be competing for a national championship.
The top dogs.
Top dogs.
Top dogs, yeah.
All right. So I'll make sure to save that graphic and post it here on Instagram on Friday.
Can't wait for the comments.
Can't wait to see what the comments say. It's going to be sweet. Alex, you want to give us a little breakdown of what happened and what ruined your week? Because Jack might have given JJ a little bit of his special moves.
So, this week we had some very depressing news come out of Minnesota.
Are we still presenting?
JJ McCarthy is out for the season with a meniscus tear, and he is not going to be able to play at all this season. This actually this ruined my week. I was enjoying my girlfriend's birthday. That came out, and I was depressed the rest of the day. I mean,
Bro. No way JJ's injury affected your girlfriend's birthday the whole day.
No, it did not. I'm just kidding.
It totally did.
It definitely hurt me a little bit. It hurt me and my girlfriend because we were both really good supporters of JJ McCarthy. But I hope he heals quickly, and I know that he's gonna have a bounce back year next year, even though he only played one preseason game. But I do want to actually talk about this because there's no way he tore his meniscus in the preseason game.
He did. He had to have.
Because he could have just torn it during training camp.
No.
You don't think so?
There's a couple of plays where in the preseason game where he could have done it, I think.
Because originally I could have believed somebody if they were like, oh yeah, he might have slightly teared it against Alabama in the Rose Bowl.
No way. That would have been. He would have been.
It wouldn't be that long. He would have already had surgery and been recovering.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like he's fought through a lot of injuries though.
Yeah, he didn't miss a game in college of an injury.
No,
did he?
he didn't.
So now I guess the NFL misses the rest of his first season. Nice. But no, I wanted to give Alex a chance to talk about the sad news we had yesterday. So
yeah, and then Jim Harbaugh is not going to be the honorary captain on Michigan's season opener. That was funny, but
He's now going to, or
He's
not?
not
going
What
to.
happened?
He just doesn't. He's not.
He opted
He's,
out.
he's focused on Chargers football season.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. What else? What are some other breaking news? Equipment guy got absolutely trampled at the Rams Cowboys conjoint practice. So that was fun. protect our equipment managers.
Okay.
If that would have happened to me, I would flip my.
Would have sat down and said sorry to the D lineman.
No, I
Sorry for being.
if that would have happened in where I am, like D3 level, I don't think I would have just got up and be like,
would take that?
I would not take that. I don't think I would, or any of my the team.
Well,
would.
you saw that all the Rams linemen they were about to jump that guy. Like all of them. Sorry.
He got ejected in practice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's getting cut.
Was he wasn't like a star player or anything?
No,
he
I don't
wasn't.
think so. But he was like, I just saw a
Like
Pat
one of those-
McAfee clip that like the Cowboys traded for some guy from Buffalo, and that probably means that he's gonna get cut. So that guy's career's over.
Yeah.
But
All right, Alex's 3 minutes are over.
okay,
We have the A row 3 minute corner
all right, bro.
where Alex can talk about anything he wants. I'm just kidding. But
half of that's gonna get cut.
no, it won't, bro. It won't. Jack, anything you want to say?
I just gotta say, JJ, it ain't that bad. I've been there 2 times.
Played through them both.
I never played for a bowl after I got hurt though, so just keep that in mind.
JJ, it's not that bad. I won 2 Heisman trophies off of torn meniscus, so it's not that bad.
While I was recovering, I won 2 Heisman trophies.
Oh, well.
hating on my boy, bro.
Well, prayers up for JJ. Hopefully he recovers and bounces back stronger. Just wanted to take a little time here to say thank you for all the support. We had a reel blow up. Our last reel on Instagram blew up for our SEC rankings. We had 26,000 views. Got some comments in there. Got some likes in there. I appreciate all the support we got. Keep it up. We are at 86 total followers right now. So a couple more. We're handing out a free shirt. So it's been like 3 months we've been saying that. It's never happened. But it's coming. It's happening, bro. Don't worry. But I think that's going to do it for us today. It's a short episode. We've been at camp all day.
Thank you for coming today, Grayson.
Yes. Thank you, Grayson. Thanks for coming.
Go comments.
Thank you.
Go comments. If you guys want, I'll plug all that schedule in here. We have our first game at home at Cutler Field in Olivet, Michigan, against Rochester, a team from New York. So, it starts at noon. Come support the boys. Jack's gonna be there. He's gonna have a You Don't Know Ball podcast booth out.
You Don't Know Ball podcast tailgate. I'm gonna be getting smashed out in the parking lot.
He's gonna be live from the field. No, but we'll try to. I think he'll be there. So, pop out. We wouldn't mind having some more comment fans, and of course we'll sign autographs because we're that popular. But
I mean, if you need them,
There'll be a signing event after the game.
signing event after the game for all your You Don't Know Ball podcasts. We don't even have any merch, but all right. I think that's it. You guys good? Got anything else to say? Any last remarks?
1 win.
One win. Jack, good?
Go bench 315.
All right, bro. That's well. All right, that's gonna do it for us. Remember, we don't know ball and you don't know ball. We'll see you next week after camp is over. Have a good rest of your week, boys.
Yep. See ya.